Hola a los estudiantes de la clase de Español 111. In this video, we are going to look at days of the week, los días de la semana, months in the year, los meses del año, and how to tell dates in Spanish, las fechas en español. Comenzamos con los días de la semana. Days of the week in Spanish are always spelled with lowercase letters, no caps for days of the week. This is a difference between Spanish and English. And also, the week in Spain usually begins on Monday, not on Sunday. That is one of the differences also between Spanish and American calendars. Our calendars in the United States start on Sundays, and the calendars in Spain start on Monday. Los días de la semana. Repitan conmigo, por favor. Please repeat after me. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. Otra vez, one more time. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. El sábado y el domingo es el fin de semana, the weekend. Repitan conmigo, el fin de semana. El fin de semana es el sábado y el domingo, the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Let's move on now to months of the year. Los meses del año. Just like the days of the week, months of the year are spelled with no capitals, lowercase, as you can see there. And just like days of the week, months of the year are masculine. Los días, days. Los meses, months, they are both masculine. Y ahora repitan conmigo, por favor. Please repeat after me. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Muy bien. Now, careful with the spelling of some of these months of the year because they are different from English. For example, abril, that's a B and not a P. Mayo is pronounced mayo, not mayo. Mayo is a sauce, remember. So mayo. Agosto, you have an O there, not a U. Septiembre, there's an IE, and then at the end we have RE, not ER. Octubre has a U and not an O, and again RE at the end, not ER. Noviembre, again an IE and RE at the end. Diciembre, IE again and RE at the end. So be careful with the spelling of the months of the year. Now, it is important to know your days of the week and also the months of the year because with the days of the week and the months of the year, we can answer this question. ¿Qué día es hoy? Which means, what is the date today? ¿Qué día es hoy? And you can answer this question in 3 different ways. You could, first of all, mention what the day of the week is. If it's Friday, for example, you could say, Hoy es viernes. If it's Monday, you could say, Hoy es lunes, and so on. But you could also make reference to the day in the month. And for this, it would be a good idea to go back and review your numbers, because you will need the numbers for this. In English, we have several ways of expressing the day of the month, but in Spanish, there's only one, which is the one you see on your screen there. Hoy es el 29 de enero. So basically, the way to tell the day of the month in Spanish is to use el, then the number of the day, then the preposition de, and then the month. This is the only way to do it. So you could say, Hoy es el 29 de enero. And of course, to answer the question, ¿Qué día es hoy?, you could mix both options and talk about both the day of the week and the day of the month. And in that case, you would say, Hoy es viernes el 29 de enero. So you have all 3 options to answer that question. Remember, if you look at the way that we tell the day of the month, in Spanish, the day always comes before the month in a date. This is the opposite of what we do in the United States, where we normally put the month before the day. In Spanish, the day always comes before the month in a date. So if you have, for example, 03/04, you might think that we are talking about March, but in reality, we are talking about April, because the first number is the day, the second number is the month. So if you see that date, you would have to say el 3 de abril, the 3rd of April. By the same token, if you see 7/10, you might think that we are talking about July, but in reality, we are talking about October, because 7 refers to the day, 10 refers to the month. So you would have to say el 7 de octubre. Always use the number, the cardinal number, not the ordinal, when telling dates in Spanish. That's why we say el 29 de enero. We say the 29th of January in English, but in Spanish we say something like the 29th of January, because we use the cardinal number, the regular number, not the ordinal number when telling dates in Spanish. There is, however, an exception, and that's on your screen right there. The exception is the first of each month. If we are talking about the first of each month, then you have the chance to use just the regular number or to use the ordinal number, meaning first. But this happens only on the first of each month, not the second, not the third, not the fourth, not the 25th, but the first of each month. So in the example that you have there, you can see it's the 1st of July, and we can say el 1 de julio, using just the cardinal number, or you could say el 1 de julio. But that's the case because this is an exception with the first of each month. And now let's do this exercise trying to answer ¿Qué día es hoy? You can go ahead and stop the video, and then I will give you the correct answers for those 8 dates. Stop the video now, try those 8 dates, and then press play again. Las respuestas al ejercicio, the answers to the exercise. Letra A, el 14 de marzo. Letra B, el 21 de octubre. Letra C, el 12 de febrero. Letra D, el 22 de noviembre. Letra E, el 7 de mayo. Letra F, el 30 de octubre. Letra G, el 15 de diciembre. Letra H, el 1 de agosto o el 1 de agosto. As you review the dates, it is very important to go back and review your numbers as well, because you will need the numbers to express dates in Spanish. Muchas gracias. Se despide el profesor Antón García Fernández.